and stop being cowards and recognize a bunch of slack-jawed, black uniform wearing thugs that want to have their way with us. These bastards aren't going to win. They're setting up to go after everybody big time. I'm just getting the drums beating here to recognize who the enemies of this republic are. Now it's on mainstream news that, yes, the Federal Reserve will rule everything from coffee shops to hot dog stands to every factory, every business, not even with the Green Corps and this carbon tax. Total, complete rulership. No more even pretense of judges or juries. Just absolute reigning tyranny. I mean, this is all happening. Why do you think police suddenly all over the country are robbing people, and TSA all over the nation robbing people's bags, admittedly? Because tyranny's been given an absolute green light. They're going for broke. They're engaging us. We're under attack. We're being engaged. We're already under attack. Don't you understand that? Like Patrick Henry said, the war is already here. That's why but 90% of war now is info war. So you got to hit them and hit them hard while we still got time. Down the road, you're going to wish you'd have done more early on. It's going to get harder and harder to get these transmissions out. They're definitely going for broke and going for broke soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't stage some big terror attacks in the next 60 to 90 days. I'll tell you why later with Obama's approval rating plunging. Red level, mayday, mayday. Red level, we're under attack from all sides. They got child kidnapping forces going wild. They got bills introduced in almost every state for no Fourth Amendment to seize your children at will. Mayday, 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 red alert, Republic under attack. All patriots come to defense immediately. I'm going to say it again another way. There is no doubt this is the most deadly strain of government management. This is the most deadly strain of tyranny I have ever seen, doing in-depth historical studies of human societies for more than 8,000 years. I have studied how humans organize themselves, how they operate. I understand what the greater tyrannies have been in history. I've studied them from different perspectives, and I'm telling you, this is the most savage, vicious, reprobate, heartless, soulless, ruthless group of murdering scum you can imagine. They will stage massive terror attacks, including vaporizing entire cities if it's what it takes for them to get total power. We have got to expose the New World Order now and who they are. Because if they know enough people know who they are, they will move into a less aggressive stance and go dormant. But if they think they're going to be able to do this, folks, it's going to be the Ukrainian level, the Russian level, the Maoist level massacre. I know the attack pattern. There is no doubt. It is 100% certain they are going for a blood feast. I'm telling you right now, there is no doubt. And it's been taking a lot for me to even face just how real this is. Believe me, I'd rather rationalize that this isn't coming down on us like a ton of bricks, that they're going to stall, that it's just going to collapse. The collapse is their plan. They got us so domesticated, so dependent, right where they want us, mind-controlled. They've been drugging the water supply on record. And think about that alone, on record, knowingly. Oh, God. It's all I can do to not evacuate with my children because I love them so much, but I love everybody else's children too. And I'm not going to run off somewhere and be hunted down later. I'm going to stand up. You can call it failing forward, running forward, flight forward, and that's what it is. But I am not turning tail. I'm going 110% into these people. And I know I'm not up to the job. Lord knows I'm not perfect, and Lord knows you're not either. But you got to just have guts and stand up and do what you can. And just start swinging at these bastards, exposing them. I don't care how you do it. You just get the word out right now. These poor, domesticated public has no idea the jaws, the iron bear trap they're in. They have no idea what's tangled up around them. They have no idea what they've been caught up in. God almighty, it's hard for me to even face it psychologically because it's so scientific, it's so creeping, it's so wicked, it's so in our face. My God, they're training the whole army that any protest is illegal and getting them ready for total martial law publicly. They got bills all introduced to ban free speech openly, and they're pushing it in the news, trying to pass it. Cyberbullying Act and a bunch of others and new federal agencies to do it. I mean, they are coming at us hard, ladies and gentlemen, and they're selling secret lists where you can't have jobs. They're saying if you have bad credit, you're not going to be able to own a gun because you're going to be on the no-fly list. And that's going to become a list for jobs, everything. As Homeland Security said, Americans on secret list, the whole Bill of Rights, the whole Constitution thrown out. The new regulatory reform bill. I had Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, head of the Treasury, former head of the Treasury on yesterday, head of policy, former Wall Street Journal editor, saying, yes, a predatory government's looting and stealing everything. And yes, this is the Federal Reserve setting up an open dictatorship above the government, private bank. Rod Paul's on record saying it. Judge Napolitano's on record saying it. But Fox News won't put him. They won't put him on Fox News. All these people on the internet go, look, Fox News is putting him on TV. That's the internet only. The time he had me on, it was only internet. They're not going to put that on TV. God help us. This doesn't have to happen. It's so over the top. We got to have the equivalent of a Nazi/Soviet takeover because the yuppies won't stand up. They're too busy riding around in their little shorts on their bikes. I'm going to open the phones up in this hour. And I'm going to continue going over the news as best I can. In fact, in the next segment, I'm going to do a huge roundup and try to not divert off in only one story when I start reading it. But I want to open the phones up. What do you think about the big picture? Open bills introduced to ban free speech, Cyberbullying Act and others. Open bills to allow the Attorney General to ban any guns he wants or all guns at one time. Ban their manufacture. Other bills where he can put you on secret lists where you can't own guns, can't have jobs. Openly announced. The heart of tyranny. The Army saying all protest is an act of terrorism. ACLU publicly, talking about it. It's not just me putting the manual up. They're even talking about it for all you idiots in denial out there. This isn't a game. I can't believe it. And I'm going to get into Iran. That's the big news in North Korea. But I have trouble while they're about to start World War III with North. That's why they're gearing up and cracking down. And Homeland Security is being set up to make sure we go along with World War III. It's to make sure we're good little slaves and babysit us while we give our sons and daughters to the giant global New World Order war machine. And we're going to have the nice liberal leading us into war. I think they're going to stage terror attacks. I think they're going to go ahead and do something with Iran or North Korea unless we hit our knees and ask God to give us a reprieve and start living different and start showing God that we're not going to be part of this evil. I mean, people are like, well, what do we do? What do we do? I don't know. You better go to your church and stand up and speak. You better make copies of films and put them up, micro FMs, carrying this show and others. You better tell everybody about the AM and FM stations we're on. Other people you think are putting on good work, tell people about that. Call Congress, do banner hangs on highways. Go crazy. I mean, all of you out there that have been bunkering down for 10 years and hiding out who could see this coming. We need you to stop hiding and get in the fight, man. This is the battle. They didn't hide at the Alamo, folks. They were right up there on the parapets, and they paid with their lives. But out of their sacrifice, people saw the honorable human spirit standing up for liberty. And it kindled a great fire in the other Texans. It's the same thing at Bunker Hill, same thing at Lexington and Concord. And let me tell you something, folks. Make no mistake, I am at the Alamo right here, right now. Make no mistake, I am under attack from every side. Make no mistake, the enemy is encamped around me, and I've gotten letters out to you telling you never give up, victory or death. We are going to win this thing. Okay? We win by fighting. We win by striving. We win by committing. We win by not being cowards. This life is a test, ladies and gentlemen. And all I'm afraid of is the New World Order putting you on Prozac. I was reading, was it 26% increase in Prozac-type drug uses in the last year alone? I mean, they're totally drugging everybody. I mean, it's 1984 Brave New World craziness. You know how you beat the New World Order? Husbands and wives, stop fighting with each other. Stop cheating on each other. Stop going out and acting tough at the bar instead of taking care of your kids. Get your souls back. And I'm not on some high horse. None of us are perfect. Get right with who you are. Get right with being a human being on this planet and fighting for our little sad species that's got so much potential. but almost so much bad in us, and all the things we've done wrong. We got to be ashamed of ourselves. We're here on an incredible planet with incredible technology, with an incredible future ahead of us for our species. Don't you understand those that came before us are living on through us? We're going to live on through those that come. And when you finally dial into that fact, that you are in the middle of majesty and wonderment and should be joyful at creation and thankful, and go completely past fear into an entirely different dimension and commit, then your soul is beyond their reach forever. It is in the cosmos. We'll be right back, and I'll try to focus in on the news, the horror, when we get back. Total transmission straight ahead. The resistance continues.